Are you a dreamer? Do you have people always telling you to get back to reality, yet you always have this internal nudge of living a life that's more than just mediocre, that's unfulfilling? See a lot of people out in the world who go through the motions, yet you want more. You feel like you're deserving of more. Well, if you're a dreamer, in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 key components to grounding your dreams into reality. Sit tight. So I've always been a dreamer in my life. I've always felt that we should be able to live life, enjoy what we do, not just settle for average, but actually really have something fulfilling in it. And I've had people in my life tell me, Jen, get back to reality. That's not reality. And I did spend a lot of my life just dreaming and not really taking action, not putting the wheels in motion, just kind of leaving it in my imagination as this like dream state, dream world. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I think people can get lost in the dream without putting any effort in. And there's a nice balance, and there's key components that you have to ground that dream or that vision, that goal into your reality. And I'm going to talk about it today, and I'm going to base it off a book by John C. Maxwell, Put Your Dream to the Test. Really good book. And a lot of these tips are from this book. Okay, so let's get into it. Number 1 key component, building on your strengths. So building on your innate strengths and talents basically enhances something called the law of least effort, least amount of effort. And what this means is it's the difference between there's man-made talent, right? Through hard work, repetition, consistency, nothing wrong with that. But there's also this ability to achieve dreams by building on those things that you're already good at. Okay, look at people who are, say, pro athletes or public speakers. They knew that they had some ability. And sure, you can train yourself to do all those things, but it requires more work. And, if you're a dreamer, you don't necessarily want more work and more struggle and to feel like force. You want it to feel easier. And that's what happens when you look into those things about yourself that you're really good at. So, with the least amount of effort, because it just comes naturally to you, but also building on your strengths, it gives you this sense of consistency. Most people start projects and they give up after so much time because there's nothing behind it, right? It feels very hard, or it gets boring, it gets monotonous, it gets routine. And a lot of people do give up. So when you have something that you're just naturally good at and you tap into those parts of yourselves, whether you're good at public speaking, whether you're good at, handling communication with people, whether you're good at, being creative in a sort of way, if you tap into those things that were already gifted to you by Mother Nature, the universe, whoever, your ancestors perhaps, it's easier to remain consistent. It doesn't feel like a struggle. Think about if you're an athlete. You're not going to become a pro athlete in playing 2 games, right? It takes a certain amount of effort and work mixed with that natural ability, natural talent, because not everybody is athletic. We know this, right? Some people are clumsy as heck, and some people are good at other things. So, the difference is a lot of people, they don't stay consistent, they give up because they're not doing things for themselves. They're not tapping into their natural strengths. They're trying to be an echo of somebody else. So building on your strengths also gives you the highest return. So instead of focusing on the money and the fame first, focus on building those things about yourself that you're already good at. And it's kind of like investing in yourself. So if you know anything about money, I'm not great with money, but I know that if you invest money, you get a larger return later on. So it's investing in yourself. It's investing in building on those natural, innate gifts that you have, where you will see more results. Might not come right away, but if you invest in it and you remain consistent and you build on something that you're already good at, you will get a higher return. Number 2 key component for grounding your dream into reality, passion. passion. Passion is the starting point of all achievement, as John Maxwell puts it in the book. Talks about how having passion for something really enables our ability to overcome adversity. And also taking initiative, taking risks, going outside our comfort zone. It makes it easier if you have passion pushing you behind it. Okay, so think about, in the book as well, he has like a passion meter. Ask yourself how passionate, how important is something to you, and rate yourself from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. And this can tell you a lot about why you've either given up or it feels like a struggle right now. It might be that the fire, everything is easy at first, but then the fire dimmed out. Does your dream compel you to follow it and to continue following it, to continue on your path when things get difficult? That's where the difference between just wanting something because other people want it or you think you should want it versus really having a drive and fire behind it. So basically, it gives us the greatest odds for success, if you think about it. A lot of people, they don't have the passion. They're going through the motions of their life, and maybe they're wanting money, or maybe they're wanting success or fame to a certain capacity, but there's nothing really driving that force behind them, okay? And then, it begs the question, how bad do they want it? Is the passion, is the fire lit? Or is it something that's completely misaligned to them? Is it something misaligned to yourself? Number 3 key component: recognizing the law of balance, embracing it, meaning moving forward even when times are bad. So a lot of people wait or they give up when they feel like frustrated or tired, but it's continuing on, still taking action even through all the ebbs and flows of your life, embracing that. So like I said, a lot of people get tired, frustrated, impatient, right? Why isn't it happening for me? Why haven't I met my goals or whatever? We become control freaks over it. These are all indicators to either A, reevaluate the passion scale, like how bad do you want it? Are you really driven? Is something really compelling you? Or do you want it because of other reasons? Maybe you need to adjust something. And B, embracing those ebbs and flows and continuing on through that, realizing that you don't have to always feel good. It's not going to always feel good because this is life, right? This is reality. We're gonna have good days, bad days. We're gonna have days where it feels hard, it feels like a struggle. So it's about the natural laws of balance in life and embracing both sides of that. Number 4 starts with a quote from this book. Reality is never the enemy of a dream as long as you can positively answer the reality question. Am I depending on factors within my control to achieve my dream? So this plays into number 4, releasing the lottery mindset. Big key component here, meaning shifting from a place of hope and waiting into a place where you're actually leading your life. So this goes into your relationship with your universe, with your reality. If you're the type where you are in the mindset that everything is like playing a scratch-off ticket. If you've seen people who play lots of scratch-offs, like to win money, and they almost never win. Why? Because they're in that mentality, right? They're not leading their life. They're allowing the external to control them instead of them being in control of their external environment. So you have to think about, in your reality, what is in your control? What is in your control, and are you taking action with that component? Or are you the type of dreamer who is really, it's beyond reach for you? Like there's no control. You're relying on this lottery system of external circumstances to grant you a stroke of good luck. So if you're waiting, hoping, waiting on luck, you're obviously not taking action. It's all still living in your imagination, and you're praying for something to happen on the external. You're not leading your life. You have a skewed relationship with your environment, with your universe, essentially. So in a way, you're cultivating unhealthy expectations. foundation. So it's about aligning your potential with your talents, your abilities, your habits, your day-to-day habits, all that kind of stuff. Number 5 key component to grounding your dreams into reality, and this is a really important one that a lot of people don't do, is having a strategy. So realize this: action sends energy into motion. If we don't take any action in any direction, nothing happens. Meaning that those thoughts, those dreams, just remain thoughts and dreams and never get rooted in reality, because our day-to-day habits and what we do is totally misaligned from what we're thinking about. So we have to meet in the middle somewhere. Okay, so number 1 is your day-to-day actions. Are they helping you? Are they hurting you? Are they moving you in the direction of where you want to be? Number 2, prioritizing your actions. This is important too. A lot of times we're moving towards a goal, but we get distracted by other things or other people, or we say, oh, I'll do that later. We don't prioritize it, meaning that, the vision we have in our head of being this really important figure or living this really fulfilling life, if we don't take it seriously in our actual reality, we take it seriously in our head, but not in our reality, in our day-to-day actions, again, not matching up, then those two are never gonna be on the same level. And number 3 is limiting influences in your life that are taking you farther away from who you want to be or from your dreams. So we all know there's a lot of distractions and toxic influences. So sometimes we need to limit that, or we need to enhance our lives by bringing things in that will help us, whether it's people, whether it's what we surround ourselves with on a daily basis. These are all important in our strategy. So it can be little things, it could be little actions adding up. It doesn't have to be like, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are always like, I need to do everything all at once, and they end up giving up because there's a drive at first, but then the fire just gets blown out completely. So it's what you do on a daily basis, those little things that measure up, as long as they're going in the direction of where you want to be and they're matching up to your thoughts and what you dream about, and they're not the total opposite of that, then it's going to help you get closer to grounding those dreams into reality. So all of these are really, really significant components, I think, because like I said, I'm a dreamer. I know a lot of dreamers out there, and it can get stuck up here, right? We can live an entire world in just our heads and never root it in our reality. And that's because we're probably missing out on one of these 5 key components, or a few of them. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Hit that like button, subscribe. I put out new videos every single week on all sorts of topics for you. And other than that, I hope you have a great day and keep dreaming. Peace.